Hi, I'm Debbie Abels, and welcome to our first broadcast of the Simply Put segment. It is an extension of our Simply Put newspaper, and we are thrilled to be on Central Kentucky Television, Channel 116, which we know goes as far as Cox's Creek all the way to Campbellsville.
Wonderful.
So it's really good exposure for all of us, and we're hoping that our readers will kind of enlighten us as well, our viewers and readers, as to some interesting people and activities that we can have on set, and spread the message throughout Central Kentucky.
Absolutely.
I am thrilled, can't tell you how excited I am, to have Mitzi Russell as my very first guest. Mitzi and I go way back.
Yes.
But she is one of my very first advertisers when we were just a little teeny tiny paper, but had faith in me.
A good idea is a good idea.
Well, I appreciate it. She has watched my business grow, and I have been fortunate enough to watch her business grow. It's a Russell's Furniture and Mattress located on, they say,
800 East John Rowland. We always say past Dairy Queen, before Aaron's.
There we go. You know, that's also Highway 150 on the bypass as such when they're coming in. If they're coming in from like Springfield or Washington or Lebanon, you scoot in and you take that 150 bypass, and it brings you straight in past El Jimador and all those restaurants and straight on in there.
I didn't realize that was 150.
And it's funny that you said that, because in my notes I was going to explain that, yeah, we always consider it the Dairy Queen area, because when you see that sign, start looking. It's right there. Whether you're coming north or south, it's right there at it.
And with cell phones nowadays, we're right beside Bluegrass Sailor, so everybody knows where Bluegrass Sailor is.
That's right. And they can GPS it too, for that matter.
Absolutely.
Just plug it in. Whenever I've ended up using on my little smartphone, when I don't have somebody's telephone number, I can find that address and find the number just like that.
Yes.
And we have timed this program right, because Mitzi just got back last night from market and knows all about all the new trends and things that are coming about. One of the things that she mentioned to me not too long ago was the fact that she had a real passion for health and sleep.
And mattresses.
And mattress.
And it all hinges from the mattress. If you're not on a great bed, you're not getting the mattress you need, you're not getting the sleep you need, then everything just tends to fall apart after that. So
educate us on that connection.
A good mattress.
Because a lot of people don't realize that, as you say, a good night's sleep makes a world of difference in your attitude, but it does affect your health.
Absolutely, it does. With sleep apnea and all the issues people are having now that we really never knew about before, research has led us to find out where can we help ourselves, and a big part is how we sleep. And unfortunately, there's things we don't always want to talk about in bedding, but we're there, 7, 8, 9 hours a night, we hope, and at worst 5 or 6. So if you're only there for a short time, you want to get the best you can get, and a rejuvenating sleep is out there. It is to be had. Unfortunately, it's probably not the sleep you're going to get off the sale mattresses, $2.99, $1.99, those kind of things.
Right.
I know a lot of us are driven by those things to get out and start shopping. But my advice would be, when you're going to purchase a mattress, you would not go to the doctor that was on sale. So
good point.
You want to go to somebody who is educated in the field. Nothing against commission, because I know they're wonderful. I've worked for commission in my time, but we don't operate that way. We operate on truth, honesty, and try to get a person the best fit for what their needs are. Now, my needs may be very different from your needs.
Exactly.
And so you want to get with a salesperson that certainly will listen to what your needs are. Are you having back trouble? Are you not breathing well? Pardon me, all these different things. But mostly, I'm so excited, I must tell you, we just got back. And the newest thing in mattresses, 16 years we've been in business. So I've seen a lot of things come and go, and I've learned a lot of things that I thought were the best they were. There were better things to be found. And I truthfully believe, I sleep on a Tempur-Pedic, and I believe in the Tempur-Pedics, and they are wonderful beds. However, hold on to your seats. We have a new bed coming down the pike. It's American made. We're so proud of that, and it's called a gel bed.
A gel bed?
A gel bed. And it's on the same concept of the Dr. Scholl's gel shoes.
Yes.
You get the gel inserts, and it alleviates back pressure.
That's right.
Also, you've seen them in like face masks to reduce swelling and things like that. Well, we are going to have the beds with the gel in them.
Are you kidding?
And it is proven. The research has been out there this has been going on for about 10 years. Unfortunately, a big portion of it came out of China.
Okay.
And everybody has their own way of feeling about that, but we prefer to buy American made.
Right.
And you can get a lot more there's a lot more research, a lot more education coming from American products. Unfortunately, when they come from overseas, we don't always know if what we're getting is correct.
That's true. There's
like the internet. It's a great place to play, but you don't want to bank on going for true information.
Exactly.
But these are American made. They're made by a company called Englander, which is 160 years old.
I'm very aware of Englander mattresses, yes.
And for us women especially, and probably not us because we're not at that age, but sometimes we go through hot spells, and a lot of people, men and women, and even children, we have children that complain of sleeping hot. It's just a phenomenon. Some people sleep hot.
Yep.
And for those people, these beds are going to be a godsend.
Oh my
because
gosh.
just like the gel pack for your eyes, it's not like it's a cold gel, like an ice gel. It's more like a cooling gel.
Yes.
And when you lay on it, you literally feel that coolness, but it dissipates. So in other words, you don't get colder as you lay there. And they have found, research has found that when you cool your body temperature to, not to a great degree, but to a mild degree, it relaxes you, it rejuvenates you, it actually causes your blood to work a little differently, so it gives you more energy.
Okay.
It pulls negative energy from your body when you're on a cooler surface. With the gel, that we're carrying 4 different models where you have the traditional spring, because a lot of people still want that spring bed. Although I see in the future there will be no more of those now.
Okay.
If I was right, we might be millionaires because we know what to bank on, but I just feel that the way it's coming will eventually be all foam or foam-like products.
Okay.
Just like 100 years ago, we slept on feathers and ticking.
That's true.
We learned that that wasn't good, and we'll keep advancing as time goes. But this particular product, just so many benefits. The benefit of the allergies, it's totally antimicrobial and totally hyperallergenic. The benefit of, and this is a horrible kind of thing, but if you purchase a traditional mattress with springs and cotton fabric in 10 years, if you weighed that mattress the day you purchased it and you weighed it 10 years later, it'll weigh double.
Yeah.
Now that's
skin
not
cells.
nothing we want to talk about, but it's a fact.
It is.
You're breathing that every night.
Yeah, it's dust and skin cells and everything in the air and everything. Ooh.
And you know, it's no matter how clean we are, no matter how many covers you put on it, it's a fact. It's like carpet. You know, it's something we figured out to kind of get away from. And with these foam beds, there's no ability to hold anything. So you wash your cover and your mattress is as pure and clean as the day you bought it for however long you own it.
Oh, wow.
So, of course, we in the business like to say you should replace your bed every 10 years. But in all honesty, these beds may be 20 to 25-year beds.
Oh, my gosh.
And, you know, that's a huge thing because so many people, unfortunately, are driven by the sale beds. And they run out and they buy the $299 bed, and 6 months later they run out and they buy the $399 bed. And it's a cycle they get on, and they're never getting good sleep, and they're never truly getting a deal, because what kind of a deal is it if you can't enjoy it?
It's not a good investment that way.
Exactly.
It's short term.
Absolutely.
You know, there used to be in, a time when you first got married or anything like that, that you kind of bought, you know, sub-quality furniture, you know, hoping one day you could buy better. But that sub-quality now is about the same price, not vastly different from what good quality is.
Absolutely.
And if you keep having to rebuy, you're right. You've done yourself a disservice.
Spending way more than you ever had to. And of course now, in the furniture business, there's all kinds of options. You know, we have same as cash options, and people have credit cards. There's all kinds of ways to, you know, even if you maybe hadn't budgeted for what you thought was a bigger expense, you budgeted for the $199.
Right.
There are ways that stores can help you, especially us at our store. We kind of, not only do we try to find out what your sleep needs are, but we want to help you so you'll continue to come to us. In other words, we want to be a partner with you in getting you anything you need. So we always try to look at layaways or whatever options people need to.
Well, there was one thing you told me once that I thought was a fabulous tagline and really spoke highly of your business and of your customer service, which was that you wanted a customer for a lifetime and not just one time.
Very true.
And I think that goes to show that you do that because the business has grown and flourished, and you have ventured into other arenas that you didn't originally have and have been successful at everything that you've done.
We are so very blessed, and that's the best way I can say it. We are just a very blessed group of people. We're family owned. I have a couple employees, and though not blood kin, they are my family.
There you go.
And when you work with family that you work well with, I think you just tend to put a better foot out there. And when you know everything about your business, because truly we built it from the ground up.
Exactly.
We went from nothing to what we are 16 years later. I think when you are there and you have your hand on it and you know and you feel what other people, I mean, I have lupus, so I had issues that led me to find out about how I can help myself through better sleep, through, maybe nutrition, or there's something different for everybody. But for me personally, the sleep thing was key. And I have sold Tempur-Pedics now for, years get away from me, but it seems like 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, probably.
And I have seen just short of miracles. I mean, truthfully, people that came in that were either exhausted or were dealing with a shoulder problem or a back problem. We got them on the beds, and we tend to be the kind of people, like you said, we want you lifetime. So if I don't see you in a while, I'll run into you at Walmart and ask you how you're doing with your bed.
Right.
And it's just so wonderful to have people say, oh my God, you changed my life, or my husband doesn't snore, or
yes,
we're sleeping 8 hours when we used to get 4. I mean, it makes you feel good. It's what I do. It's what I enjoy.
Well, I suffered from a bad back for years and was on a regular, won't say the brand, but a really good brand, regular mattress. Not very old. And bought a Tempur-Pedic. I'm on my second Tempur-Pedic. We gave our Tempur-Pedic to our son when he got his...
which is what happens with the Tempur-Pedics. They never really leave the family.
They never go away. And when we got it, they delivered it. It was a Christmas present from my husband. And we had bought a new frame bed, but we did not have the rails to go underneath and couldn't. And he goes, well, Debbie, I'll just put it in storage until... I went, oh, no, you won't. And I had him peel the plastic off, and they put it underneath the Christmas tree, and I slept on it that night on the floor.
I don't blame you.
It was my Christmas present. I've been looking forward to this for a whole year and finally got it. And it is, I can testify, I can tell you that I have bad sciatic problems, and the mattress has made all the difference in the world. It has. I mean, I can get up without a problem, and I'm one of those people that requires a lot of sleep. Yeah. And I sleep like a dead person.
Sometimes do. We go through cycles that we desperately need sleep. Yeah. More so than anything else out there, and just to get that opportunity to have that chance to... I'll ask you said you slept on it the first night. I've noticed with some Tempur-Pedic owners, they say, oh, the first 3 nights it was iffy. How was it for you?
Perfect. Oh, God, I was right in it.
Yeah.
That was it. I was sold. In fact, I told my husband, I said, I think we need to go and buy another one just in case they quit making this thing. Let's put it in the storage.
I've heard that before many times.
And so I'll have a fallback.
I have a gentleman who was in the other day he actually bought one from me about 7 years ago, and he's so funny. He farms for a living, and he came in, of course he had his mud boots on, and he comes stomping in there like something was upsetting him, and I thought, oh my gosh, I remember him. He said, when can I get another mattress? And I said, well, sir, you bought a Tempur-Pedic. You shouldn't need another one for 20 years. He said, yeah, but the way this economy is, they're going to quit making stuff. I want to make sure I've got my backup.
See?
So I thought that was so funny. That's a wonderful product when they're thinking ahead to get a backup.
It is.
But fortunately, you may never need one,
Well, this gel idea, I'm one of those too. Many women flip that pillow. You wake up in the middle of the night, you flip the pillow to the cool side, whatever. I've got the covers down, I've got the covers up. I've got the window open, I got the window closed.
Fan on, fan off.
Oh my gosh.
Husband hollering. Yeah.
That's it. So this is a great idea.
The other thing that's so exciting is the gel pillows. We've got those coming in, and just like you said, you flip the pillow trying to find a cool spot. Well, these particular pillows, one side is all gel and one side is like a memory foam, an American-made memory foam. So if you're having neck pain one night, but you're not suffered from heat at all, you get on the memory foam side, and it kind of just forms up to you and holds your head up and gives you that support. But when you're having those instances that you just need a cool pillow, you just roll it over, and it is magnificent. I tried it out. I actually was having a terrible headache that day. I didn't get my coffee.
Yeah.
And was suffering a horrible headache. And of course, at a furniture market, we're the customer, and they're selling to us. So I was with one of the representatives, and he had been speaking for quite some time, because it is a lot of information, and my head was just pounding.
Right.
And he looked at me and he said, is something bothering you? And I said, honestly, I'm thrilled about this info, but my head is killing me. He said, lay down. put the pillow on me. I kid you not, in 4 minutes, that headache was gone. And it just, I felt so, it's like, okay, I'm ready to do stuff now, you know. So I'm really excited about it.
People like myself who are tied to the computer, you know, we were working on that paper, and you lean in and you lean in and you lean in more into that monitor. And by the end of the day, your neck is out here, your head's out here instead of sitting on top of your shoulders like it's supposed to.
And your shoulders.
And bad posture anyway.
Yes.
That is exactly, you've hit it on the head. You start getting that throbbing neck headache down here low, and you think, God, if somebody just grab my head and pull it up, I'd feel so much better.
And truthfully, so much of our lifestyles now are so different than they were. So, I mean, if you think about it in that pretext, of course mattresses need to change because our lifestyles have changed.
That's true.
And even though, you know, when I was a child growing up, we worked on a farm and we worked hard. But it's a different kind of work, and it puts strain on our bodies that we never felt before. So
that's true.
These, like Tempur-Pedic and like the new gel beds, they kind of mold to your body to help you line back out.
I like
that.
Which,
you know, so many of us go to chiropractors and this and that, and that's great, and they line you out and you leave and you feel wonderful. You go home and you get in your sail bed, and the next morning you might as well be back at the chiropractor.
Exactly.
Fortunately, with these new beds, you get your body going great. You go to bed and all it does is reinforce all the good that's going on. So then every day you're getting up a little more peppy, a little more, you know, loose, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you can't remember why your life changed, but it's different than it was before.
Mitzi, when will you have these in the store so people can come and actually experience it?
Yes, and we're excited for that. We should have them 2 weeks from today. So 2 weeks from this Monday, you should be able to come in and cool off.
That will be about the time that we're going to be having our 4th year anniversary in our newspaper.
Wow.
So we'll make sure that somewhere on that front page there's a big splash about the fact of coming and experiencing it, because I think that, you know, we're all interested in anything that's new, and certainly this is a trend I did not even think of.
And anything that helps our health, I think we're all interested in.
We are, and we want all of our readers and all of our viewers to have a good night's sleep, and there's no better way to do it than to go see Mitzi.
Simply put, and go to bed on one of our mattresses, and life is great.
There you go. I like that. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Mitzi, will you come back on at a later date and talk to us about some of the decor trends and things that you saw as well?
Absolutely. As you know, this is my love. So anytime you want to talk about furniture or mattresses,
we would love it.
I would love to.
Because really, I know with spring coming on and everybody wanting to maybe do some spring cleaning and throwing out some of the old and starting new, and maybe some of the colors and some of the things you saw, you know, because it does, going to market is so exciting. I've been, and it is cool.
It is, and it's overwhelming when you get to see that much furniture and like you said, color. Unfortunately, a lot of what's out there is still neutral, but there's some key colors like purples and things you can throw in that really look good.
Well, and too, you know, scale of accessories come and go. Sometimes there's lots of small, sometimes there's really large, sometimes there's, like you say, a green effect as such. And we would love to know more about what we need to do for spring and summer and fall, and kind of tweaking our homes, because more people are staying where they are.
True.
And revamping what they've got.
True.
As opposed to starting completely over, and you would be prime for us with that.
And there's so much you can do, you know, like we stay in so much more and we go through the winter and everything's kind of blah, and just by adding a throw or a pillow or a new lamp, you can start breathing some new life in and get your personal style going, and then it kind of makes it fun what you're looking for.
I love that. And eclectic's it, you know. I mean, you still can mix in family pieces and you don't have to throw everything out.
Right. Now in furniture, that's the look. There's no more, you know, for years you bought a bedroom suite and you bought a dining room suite that matched your bedroom. Well, thankfully, it's all out the window, and whatever you like works.
I like that.
So
we're all about that. All right, we're going to mention again, it's Russell's Furniture and Mattress, located on John Rowan Boulevard, or John, what do they say, Rowan?
John Rowan, you say tomato, I say tomato.
And then located right down in what we call the Dairy Queen area. And you're open, give us your hours.
We're open Monday through Friday 9 to 6, Saturday 9 to 4, and we are closed on Sunday, but if you can get in there during those times, we're so happy to help people.
Perfect. And I've always wanted to be a mattress tester. I always thought that was the premier job. So I think I'll come down there and experiment.
Well, you just come on. You'd be a beautiful tester.
Thank you so much for being our very first guest on Simply Put. Now tell all your friends, and you be sure to watch too.
Absolutely. We'll all tune in.
Got a lot of fun stuff coming up, and we appreciate having Mitzi with us today. Thanks.
Thank you.